Zulia state is widespread. The state is coterminous with the eponymous region of Zulia. Zulia state is in northwestern Venezuela, bordering Lake Maracaibo, the largest body of water of its kind in Latin America. Its basin covers one of the largest oil and gas reserves in the Western Hemisphere. Zulia is economically important to the country for its oil and mineral exploitation. But it is also one of the major agricultural areas of Venezuela, highlighting the region's contribution in areas such as livestock, bananas, fruits, meat, and milk. There are several competing theories about the origin of the state's name. One is that Guaymaral, son of the Cacique Mara, was on pilgrimage in the Pamplona region, where he fell in love with the beautiful Zulia, but she was killed in a battle against the conquerors. Guaymaral sadly returned to his father's domains, naming rivers, towns and regions for his lost love. There is little historical proof, but that is the most popular theory. Alternatively, it had been said that the state was named after the Zulia River, known in Colombia as Batatas, which leads into the Catatumbo River. Another story says that both names, river and state, came from the Princess Zulia, daughter of a famous cacique Sinara. He was an important leader of a tribal federation located in what is now Colombia's Norte de Santander department, and the Princess Zulia was well known for her physical and moral qualities, formidable temper, and bravery. The area that is now Zulia was first seen by Europeans in 1499 during an expedition commanded by Alonso de Ojeda, transferred by the Crown of Spain to German businessmen. In 1527, the governorship and lands of the province of Venezuela was its factor and governor of the province Ambrosio d'Alfinga, the first conqueror of those regions. His expedition from Coro to Maracaibo around 1528 and 1529 and the one he carried out at the end of 1529 along the eastern shore of the lake up to the mouth of the Motatan River were the first occasions, after the discovery, in which they made contact the Europeans with the Indians living in Lake Maracaibo. These risky enterprises, for which a great deal of value and energy was required, were interesting subjects that inspired the chronicler Juan de Castellanos much of his poetic work, concluded by the year of 1590 under the title of Elegies of Illustrious Men of the Indies. During the Spanish colonial period, its lands were part of the Venezuela province until 1676, when its lands were added to the province of Mérida del Espíritu Santo de la Grita, becoming the province Espíritu Santo de Maracaibo, or Maracaibo province. The territory that covers the state of Zulia was erected in the province of Maracaibo in the year of 1678 and was added, along with Mérida, to the viceroyalty of the new Kingdom of Granada. Its entity was governed by the president of the court, whose official seat was the city of Santa Fe de Bogotá, and its jurisdiction extended, in a capricious and extravagant way, to the provinces of Guayana, Camaná, Maracaibo and the islands of Margarita and Trinidad. The difficulties that to its good administration offered this curious conglomerate forced the Court of Madrid to modify the primitive division, and by royal decree of September 8, 1777, the provinces of Maracaibo, Camaná, Guayana and the islands of Margarita and Trinidad were incorporated into the general captaincy of Caracas. By royal decree of February 15, 1785, the city of Barinas and its dependencies, which corresponded to Maracaibo, were segregated to form a separate province, and instead the city of Trujillo was incorporated, which was part of the province of Caracas. In 1789, the province covered the territory of the current Venezuelan states of Zulia, Apio, Barinas, Táchira, Mérida and Trujillo. In 1810, Mérida and Trujillo were separated as new provinces. At the beginning of the 19th century, the province of Maracaibo had, besides the capital of its name, the cities of Mérida, Trujillo, San Cristobal, El Rosario de Perija and San Bartolomé de Cinemaca, with their respective dependencies. But once the independence of Mérida was segregated with the character of a province, while Maracaibo continued under the Spanish regime until January 18, 1821, on which date it joined the Great Colombia. proclaiming its independence from the government of Madrid. Zulia province declared independence from Spain on January 28, 1821. During the Gran Colombia period in 1824, it received the name of Zulia Department, honoring the Zulia River. The Constituent Congress of 1824 divided the territory of Colombia into 4 departments, one of which was Zulia, composed of the provinces of Coro, Mérida and Maracaibo. But when the Great Colombia was dissolved in 1830, Maracaibo was left with the character of province composed of its own territory and that of Trujillo. 1 year later the Trujillo section was erected in province, separating definitively from Maracaibo, with Th.